Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I am George. We're all George. So in this stream, I want to talk about how it may be the last chance to grab Bitcoin under $60,000. Bitcoin is on a tear, and it's actually forming a pretty visible pattern. And I do think that we are going to be seeing some explosiveness in the near future. So it could be the last chance to acquire buy Bitcoin under $60,000, which is why Michael Saylor decided to take advantage. In addition, there's a few other pieces of news, and also I want to talk about Kucoin, one of the exchanges that's been around for a while, and I'm noticing that they're having a spectacular list of altcoins on there. There are hot. Many of the ones I've mentioned recently are all on Kucoin. So I want to go through a list and show you guys which ones I'm talking about. So thanks for tuning in. As always, smash the like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. 2 streams every day, 11 a.m. and 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. So let's get started. Oh, by the way, hit that notification bell. But sometimes I hear it doesn't really work. So make sure you follow me on Twitter and Facebook so you get triple notified. All right. Let's do this. Those of you guys in the channel, welcome. So, okay. So, here's a clear view of Bitcoin. And, I mean, this is as obvious as, I mean, it's just pretty obvious, right? What's going on with Bitcoin right now. I mean, besides the fact that it is just on an absolute tear, coming up from its low of 43,000, now we're way above 51,000. Now we're in a 60,000 mark, but people are wondering what's going on. But right now, it seems like it's pretty visible, this pattern that basically Bitcoin is stuck in between this channel. Down here, up here, that was about 57.1. Down here, up here, about 58.2. Then last night or this morning, it fell back and it hit the bottom of the channel, the trend line. It was about 55,000, and now it's coming back up. So the next point will be around probably here, about 59,000 or a little bit above 59,000. That's what I'm seeing right now. I mean, this is pretty obvious right now. But you know what's going to happen afterwards? You know, I believe, you know, we're heading into the weekend. Usually there's lighter volume on the weekends, right? And we have seen some explosiveness both ways. Some weekends we don't see good explosiveness. Sometimes we do. And I have a feeling this weekend could be in the positive side, that good explosiveness, because I do think that 60,000 is right around the corner. And after we surpass that, you know, after we break 58,000 and break above 60,000, you know, that's it. You know, we're officially on our way on our next leg up. And every leg for the past few months have been very explosive. Going from 20,000 to 42,000 from, and then when it fell back to 30,000 from 30, or actually 28,000, from 28,000 to 58,000. And this leg down wasn't even that much. It was down to like 43,000, and we could be seeing 43,000 up to 80 or 90,000, right? But we had to break that 58 point mark first, and I think that's right around the corner. So right around the corner. Yeah, it could even happen during this stream. We're at 57.5. So I don't know if anyone's really panicking at this point. There is absolutely zero reason for panic. I know sometimes when things go down, like this morning when Bitcoin went down 55, I think people were like, what's going on? Is it more sell, you know, more dumping by F2 pool or whatever? No, sometimes Bitcoin just needs to do its thing. You just let it do its thing, and it'll be fine. So looking at F2 pool, there's really nothing right now. You know, the volume for outflow is very small. It increased a little bit yesterday, but overall you can see it's not, you know, it's not even concerned. Obviously this is much lower than even last week and the weeks before. So obviously much lower. And then if you look at all miner outflow, there is a deviation. You can see there is a little deviation between the two, but even all miner outflow is very small. You're not seeing any huge spikes like these from F2 pool before. So right now, things are looking pretty good. There's really no big outflows, which means there's no big dumping at this point, which means Bitcoin is doing this up and up and up and up. All right. So I mentioned about Michael Saylor, and this caught me as a surprise because Michael Saylor usually buys when things are low, but it just seems like he can't help himself. He wants to like accumulate as much Bitcoins as he can. It just seems like he feels like this is the last chance to buy before 60,000 and beyond, right? So he has purchased another $15 million worth of Bitcoin, 262, at an average of 57,000. This is basically, it happened this morning. This is the highest average so far. His last highest average was 52,000, that $1 billion. And that turned out to be a smart move because now it's 10% more. So he already made 100 million with that. And now he's buying more. So his total average, 24,000. Even though this total average is going up, what he's doing is dollar cost averaging, right? This is what I've been stressing. This strategy works. It takes all the guessing, all the headaches, all the stress away, right? If you have extra money and you feel like, hey, it's a good time to buy, well, you know what? Put a little in and your dollar cost averaging over the long haul. If things dip, great buy opportunity. Let's put a little more in, right? And you just dollar cost average over the long haul. And with something like Bitcoin, you know it's going to end up well. And you know what? That's what Michael Saylor is doing. He got in a little late, right? Obviously later than some of the earlier guys like Max Keiser, and I'm going to be talking about him shortly. But Vahe, appreciate that. You know, even if I don't mention you, you know I appreciate it. AJ, yeah, I'm gonna talk about a little bit about B-Pro in a little bit. So yeah, Michael Saylor is doing very well. So MicroStrategy has now. It's funny, I just say Michael Saylor. It's really MicroStrategy, but we all know it's really Michael Saylor, okay? So there's no confusion. So he's above 91,000 Bitcoins. I don't know if today's was added in or not. Maybe not. So this may be a little bit, let's see, how much does he have? 91.3, yeah. So this one doesn't even take into account his buy today, but he's up a staggering $3 billion since August, so I think he's feeling pretty good. And I don't think people realize this, that outside of Michael's strategy, Michael Saylor himself, back in August, I remember, or September, he revealed he had about $200 million of the Bitcoin back then. That's his own stash outside of Michael's strategies or micro strategies. So he himself owns an enormous amount of Bitcoin, right? He's really going for a home run at this point. But still, here's the thing. I saw this article and I'm like, what is this about, right? How did Alex Jones acquire 10,000 Bitcoins and then lose it? Alex Jones, obviously controversial, but he just revealed recently that Max Keiser went on his show 10 years ago and gave him a laptop that held the private keys to 10,000 Bitcoins. And at that time, Bitcoin was worth $5 each. So even then, that was a pretty substantial gift to be able to give someone $50,000 worth of Bitcoin, right? In today's terms, that's less than one Bitcoin. But back then, 10 years ago, he gave Alex Jones 10,000 Bitcoins absolutely free and said, here, this is going to be the financial future, right? I want you to have a piece of it. He gifted Alex Jones 10,000 Bitcoins, and Alex Jones now admits that he has lost that laptop. He has no idea where it is. So that is the equivalent of $570 million, and the private key to that wallet is on a laptop that's lost, that may be thrown away, or maybe it's in a garage or at a studio or somewhere. So, but that's not the amazing thing. The amazing thing is this. We all know Max Keiser got in Bitcoin really early when it was in the dollars. He's been saying that he's been telling Peter Schiff to buy it since the dollars, $5, $10, $100, whatever, right? But think about how rich you have to be able to gift someone $50,000 worth of Bitcoin, right? Even if you were a millionaire, a multi-millionaire, would you just go on someone's show and just gift them $50,000? I don't think so, right? You would have to be really, really, really wealthy to be able to give up $50,000 to the Bitcoin. So what does that say about Max Keiser? How much Bitcoins does he actually have? If he was willing to give $10,000 to a guest absolutely free, he must hold at least 10 times more than that. Probably 20, 30, 50 times more than that. I would not be surprised if Max Keiser was holding like 500,000 Bitcoins. I mean, it's insane if you think about how much Bitcoin Max Keiser could have right now. It's insane. I mean, he has tweeted out that he is so insanely wealthy that he has lost all motivation to do any kind of work. So he could be worth tens of billions of dollars, and soon maybe hundreds of billions of dollars. Soon, if Bitcoin does go up to $1 million, you know what makes it? Maybe Max Keiser becomes the first trillionaire of the world, and no one would even know it because he's not revealing how many Bitcoins he has. Think about that. It's mind-boggling, mind-boggling. But the thing is, you know, some people look at this store and say, "Yeah, you know what? I missed the boat. I missed buying Bitcoin at $5. I missed it at $100. I missed it at $1,000. I missed it at $10,000." But that's always the story. But look at Michael Saylor. He got in very late. He only got in August when Bitcoin was about, like 10, 15,000, and he's been cost averaging. So he's buying his Bitcoins at 24,000, right? So it's never too late, because even at this point, Bitcoin continues to go up and up and up, and people refuse to believe that it has more potential, that somehow 100,000 comes and it's just gonna die. No, it's gonna continue. Just pay attention to what's going on when there's such a little supply out there and everyone wants a piece. You know what? That's a demand that Bitcoin can't really satisfy. And when that happens, you know what? The price just goes to the moon. So it doesn't matter if you're late or not. If you're a newcomer, you don't have to buy a whole single Bitcoin. You could buy fractional pieces of Bitcoin and just dollar cost average, just like Michael Saylor. But if you have been in the game for quite some time, you bought cheap Bitcoin. Some of you guys bought Bitcoin at 3,000 last year. Well, congratulations, you're filthy rich now. All right, just want to make a quick note about that. For people who still think NFTs are a fad, some collector just offered $1 million for NBA Top Shot, some one-of-one highlight of Zion Williamson, and he was turned down. So that's incredible. The person that bought that Zion paid $100,000 for it. Now he can make 10x the amount, and he turned that down because he thinks it's going to be worth more than that. That's how hot NFTs are, and how filthy rich some people are. It just kind of shows you. So, this is NFTs are here to stay. They're here to stay for sure. All right, there is some controversy over Binance. Supposedly investigated by the CFTC whether or not they allowed U.S. customers to trade on derivatives. This is why Binance is very strict. They kicked out the U.S. residents. They have their own Binance.us. And even Binance.us doesn't allow all the states to participate. But, CZ's like, you know what? Don't worry about it. This is just FUD. We'll get through it. Binance does have a pretty strict KYC, although people circumvent that. And I'm not going to say how. But, they've been doing a good job so far, I would say, in terms of detecting U.S. residents versus non-U.S. residents. But we will see. This doesn't really hurt Binance in any way. They will get through this. But this moves to my next segment. The main topic, I think, is a lot of people can't utilize Binance at this point. And even U.S. residents, a lot of them can't utilize Binance.us. So what is another exchange that U.S. residents can look at and can buy some of these potentially hot altcoins? So the one I would recommend is Kucoin. I have been using them for quite some time. I hear nothing but good things from most people about Kucoin. They've been around from 2017, just like Binance. They have many of the same features. They have token burning. They also have a dividends program, and they have followed Binance in many ways. For example, they have their own Spotlight program, which is like Binance's launchpad. So they incubate projects, and they also have leverage and derivatives and all that stuff, just like Binance. So basically, they're following Binance's footsteps. But what's good is, number one, they're still open to U.S. residents. And number two is I'm finding more and more projects on Kucoin that is basically very promising. And they're gaining a lot of momentum and they're hot. You know, before, I've always said that if you want a project to have that pumpability factor, it has to be on Binance. That's no longer the case. There's a ton of altcoins now on Kucoin that has pumped up just as much, if not more. So now it's really, you know, is it on Binance, number one, or number two, is it on Kucoin? All the other ones, like if it's just solely on Uniswap, if it's solely on, I don't know, Huobi or something, you don't really see them pump up to the extent that you see on Binance specifically, and now Kucoin also. So which is why I want to bring them up and just kind of go over the list, because some of the smaller cap, the low cap gems I've been talking about, they're on Kucoin and they have done very, very, very well. So I'm going to recap them for you guys. But before I do that, I did want to say that Kucoin, a lot of people get on Kucoin because I know a lot of people, newcomers, even people in Patreon, they ask me, you know, how do I buy with fiat and Kucoin? You can, but it's a long, lengthy process that you don't really need to do. So Kucoin is one of those exchanges I call where it's like a non-fiat exchange. It's best if you don't trade with fiat. So if you want to utilize Kucoin, what you should do is either get BTC or USDT from a fiat exchange like Gemini or Coinbase or wherever, Voyager, and then you transfer it into Kucoin, and then you utilize either BTC or USDT to trade, finding those trading pairs. So that's what I would recommend, rather than try to get on Kucoin and trying to get verified and trying to, you know, make a deposit with your bank account or whatever. It's just too much of a hassle. Do that with a fiat exchange. This one, just leave it as a non-fiat exchange. That's how I view it. All right, so moving down the list, of course, the main ones, you know, Bitcoin, Ethereum. Terra is one I've been mentioning a lot. They are killing it at $13.40 now. I think I cover them at $2 or $3, so they're like 6 or 7x now. Terra is absolutely a monster, and you know, they're in the business of stable coins, but they're actually creating uses for their stable coins. So they're beyond that. They're really beyond stable coins, but they have one for South Korean dollars and also for USD, and they're going to do one for other currencies. But they're creating apps, a lot of apps, and they're founded by some people from South Korea that already established themselves in the retail space and in the app space. So they have a ton of traction already, especially in South Korea, but they're getting a ton of traction here. They have a lot of dApps that they created that utilize their stable coins, like derivatives and also synthetic tokens and their own trading platform. So they have a lot. That's why Terra is on a freaking tear right now, and they happen to be on Kucoin as well. Obviously, Cardano, Litecoin, for those of you guys that like to hold Charlie's bags. VeChain, I love VeChain. They're on Kucoin. Clever is a new one that a lot of people have been asking me about. They were rebranded as Tron Wallet. Now they're Clever. They basically do it all. They're a financial app. You can trade, you can stake, you could, I believe you could borrow too, but they've been flying high recently because of this new governance token they're trying to come out with. And that has really shot them up to the moon. That governance token will basically do what it sounds like. It allows you to govern what the team and the direction of the project, but it's very limited. And they're going to do a ton of token burning. They are deflationary. So Clever is very clever, and they're also on Kucoin, and they've been on a tear. Look at that. For those of you guys that's been wondering where to get Binance coin, even though you can't get on Binance, yeah, you can get it on Kucoin. That's how awesome it is with Kucoin. You can actually buy a competitor's token on there. Moving down the list, of course, you can buy their own token. They have the Kucoin token. It used to be called Kucoin shares. Now it's Kucoin token. You get that too. Polkadot's on there. Chromia is a promising new NFT play. You know, a lot of you guys are talking about Alice. You know, my neighbor Alice, which is going to be like Animal Crossing, a decentralized version of Animal Crossing with NFTs everywhere. The base chain is Chromia. So Alice is launching on Binance Launchpad pretty soon, I believe in about a week. But Chromia is on Kucoin. So that's why Chromia has been shooting up to the moon too. I haven't really talked about them in depth yet, but I plan on doing so in the future. Luxo, I've been talking a lot about Luxo, how it is just freaking hot. And why it's hot, because of Fabian, pretty much a genius. And that is why that project is going up to the moon right now. Very, very, very promising project. They're also on KuCoin. Of course, you have the big dogs. I think I mentioned Cardano already, but big dogs like Theta, which I've also, expressed much love for. Theta, leader, decentralized streaming. And they have a whole lot. Their mainnet 3.0 is coming out. They're also on. Graph, a lot of you guys know about Graph. They create APIs, right, for projects. They're on there. Swipe, that's a universal wallet from Binance or bought by Binance. They're on there. Algorand, a lot of you guys asked about it. Promising blockchain. And then go down the list. SushiSwap is on there. Obviously, a hot AMM. I covered them when they were like $1. They went up like 10x or 20x. It's crazy how much they went up. No, I'm thinking about PancakeSwap. I'm sorry. But the PancakeSwap is also on here. Going down the list, you got Aave on here, Chainlink on here, Uniswap is on here, Cosmos, promising blockchain, Tezos, Kusama, Testbed Network for Polkadot, also on here. BPro. BPro is one that I mentioned about a week or two or maybe 3 weeks ago. A very, very small cap, very, very small cap, but very huge promise, involved with DeFi and esports and tokenization. And they have partnered up with Elrond recently. They have done really, really well. And they have, they're also on KuCoin. Crypto.com. A lot of people ask about Crypto.com. I didn't know that you could buy CRO as a U.S. resident. Well, yeah, you can on KuCoin. Again, one of the limited exchanges that you can actually buy CRO token on. Cody, also very promising. They're in the space of creating financial dApps for others, or basically helping them do so, like create the next PayPal or something like that. They're also on here. Oasis Network, also in the NFT play now. They basically help people come out with decentralized Shopify, basically marketplaces. But now they're in the NFT space too, because they helped a big artist sell about $11 million in NFTs. So now they're in the NFT space. But they look like they're pretty good, solid team, and they're also on KuCoin. People have asked me about Safe Haven, where it's more like a custody service, kind of. They're on there. Constellation, people have asked me about, also pretty promising, where it's secure data and like big players like the U.S. Air Force, Ford, GM, they're using Constellation. Not a really sexy project, but they're also on there. Synthetic is on there. Ultra is a promising NFT play too. They're a decentralized marketplace for games. They signed up some big game makers already, but they're also getting involved with NFTs too. Then you got Solana, promising blockchain. PancakeSwap, that's the one that went up like 20x or 10x or whatever. They're also on there. Orion Protocol, another very, very good project where it's a aggregator of DEXs and centralized exchanges. And they're partnered up with Binance Smart Chain, Elrond, Holochain, and even WAN Chain. And their new terminal that's going to come out pretty soon will basically really revolutionize trading, I think. So they're also on here on KuCoin. SparkPoint is another one that people have been asking about. Financial app out of Southeast Asia. 1inch is on there. Neo is on there. GoChain. Now, I learned something new about GoChain. Yesterday, I was asked about GoChain, why it shot up. I have no idea, but a lot of you guys are interested in Ecomi, OMI, which is a pure NFT play. Guess what? Ecomi is built on top of GoChain. I didn't know that. I'm glad someone pointed out to me, but they're on top of GoChain. So you figure if Ecomi is going to get big, well, GoChain should get big, right? But GoChain is also on here. Harmony is another very promising blockchain. They have a fantastic team, if not one of the best teams out there. They're on KuCoin. All right, I'm going to stop saying on Kucoin. You guys get it, right? But there's a lot of good projects. People ask me about Energy Web Token. I looked into them. They're basically about energy trading and creating apps for energy companies. They seem to have a lot of projects signed up already. I thought they compete with Power Ledger. I'm not sure if they really do. Power Ledger was kind of the first one where it's for energy trading. They kind of died off, but Energy Web Token also looks interesting. And then you go down the list. What else is there? A lot. Yearn Finance is on here. API 3. People ask about that all the time. Oracle play. There's some swap, like share token, Zero Swap. Avalanche is on here. And you have Compound, Quant, even BitTorrent, Haven Protocol. I mean, these are ones I've heard of, like Travala. Some people still like Travala. Basic Attention Token is on here. Curve, Electronum. Electronum looked like they were doing things, and they kind of died down, but they had this new campaign called AnyTask, where they basically, it's like a share, what do you call it, gig economy, like one of those things where you can put your service for and have people like pay you to do it, but it's all in one with an Electronum app. They actually seem pretty interesting. I don't know what happened. I thought they would gain more momentum based on that. Yesterday, those of you guys that tuned in yesterday, trying to find the next hot altcoin, people brought up Rio DeFi, so I looked into it. Actually, it doesn't look that bad. It looks actually pretty good. And some of you guys have heard of MantraDAO. MantraDAO is based on Rio. Again, kind of like Ecomi is based on GoChain. No one knows it. MantraDAO is based on Rio, so that could be a good play. That's also on here. Nervos, a lot of people ask about Nervos or NervOS, however you say it. They were added on Voyager, but they're also on Kucoin. They've been around for a while. And there's a lot more. Even Elf is a promising one that came out of Nulls' SEO. By the way, Nulls is very, very, very hot. It's about to break that $1. I've been saying, if Nulls breaks $1, watch out. It's about to do so. But Elf is a promising project that came out of there, and they're also on Kucoin. So as you can see, Kucoin has a lot of tokens on there, right? A lot of coins on there. But a lot of these I've been looking at, NFT plays, promising blockchains, right? And even some of the Binance coins that you can't get anywhere else, they're all on KuCoin. So I really like this exchange. So you guys should look into it if you're looking for a promising new exchange to trade with, right? Now, of course, I do have my affiliate link. So if you guys want to sign up, utilize it. It's in the description of this video. All right, now that's what I wanted to cover. Before I get into Q&A, I have a new sponsor for today. And they might at first seem like they don't really belong to crypto play, but they are. It's a project called Hello Pal. And they're out basically around the world. I don't think they're very big in the US, but they're in 200 countries, 5 million users, up and coming, and they're all about live streaming. But they're beyond live streaming. The best way to think about it, it's almost like they're WeChat with like Instagram and like Snapchat, like all together. Like it has functionalities of everything together. So in a nutshell, that's what it is. They're on Apple. You can find it on Apple Play Store or Apple iOS Store and Google Play Store. But what were they about? They're about live streaming. So they have that. Right, so what's good about that is you can interact, of course, with the people that are streaming, and you can gift them. That's where I'll get to the crypto part. So they have live streaming. They have moments where it's just more like pictures. That's what I'm saying. It's like a mix of everything, like Instagram and almost like Snapchat and Facebook and WeChat, and it's like everything in one. So they have moments. Also, they have chat too, but they have a built-in translator, so you can translate between different languages, which is great. And then lastly, they do have their own blockchain token, Palto. They have their own blockchain. They have Palto, and you can utilize that for many things. I don't find it on CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko, so it could be something exclusive. So basically, they have their own built-in wallet, and you can buy and sell things like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Bitcoin Cash, but also their own crypto, Palto, which you can gift users, gifting creators and stuff like that. And you can utilize it for other things. So that's how they're integrated with crypto. And also, I just saw this, that they had a slight crash recently, and that's because they announced that they have acquired a 15% stake in a dedicated Dogecoin and Litecoin mining facility. So not only do they have their own crypto, but they also own a couple mining facilities that's mining Dogecoin and Litecoin. So, and this included initial 51% at least of 12,500 mining rigs. So that's a lot. That's a lot. All right, so that's Hello Pal in a nutshell. So if you want to learn more, make sure you check out their website. The URL is in the description of this video. All right, so now let's get to Q&A. I think I missed a few big super chats or some super chats. Let's scroll down the list. Charles asked, have I looked at Saylor, which is also on Kucoin? I have not. Very small. What are they involved with? Decentralized communication data network powered by layer 2 micropayments infrastructure. Communications and data exchange network. What does that mean? Apps, infrastructure, and tools for deploying and managing using smart money. So digital wallet and then application infrastructures. Okay, so they help people basically create financial apps or utilize crypto for financial services, I should say. Secure chats, calls, okay. So you can make that through their wallet. Yeah. Relatively small. 250,000 people, so not that big yet. Okay. It's not bad. I just don't know anything about the team. So very, very, very low cap. Very low cap, though. What's the next one? Avi asked, hey, can you check out SafeMoon? I think they have a lot of potential. I'm probably not going to look at this because it's up 400%. But I appreciate the super chat. When something's up that big, okay, then yeah, then you should probably not pump into it. My KuCoin link is broken. Oh no. I'll fix it then in a little bit. After the stream. Any chance ZIL will go up 4 to 5 weeks like ADA did? I don't know. Maybe. I know that I think BitBoy is very big on Zilliqa. People asked me about it. I looked at them. I don't know if that much is coming. It seems like they're getting NFTs. They're creating, their native tokens. They're still working on their interoperability. They have closer ties now with Neo and Ontology. I know that, Unstoppable Domains came out of them. I mean, they seem like they have good stuff. But can they go up that much to $1? Probably not. But before I say that for certain, where are they right now? They're at 17 cents. So that's less than 10x. You know what? That could happen. That could happen. I'll take that back. That could happen. Because all these other chains, especially even bigger ones, I say they could easily go up 10, 20x because Bitcoin's going at 10x. So yeah. Can it happen in 45 weeks? More unlikely, no. More likely no than yes, I should say that. But can it happen by the end of the year? Yes. I looked into Dago before. I wasn't very particularly impressed, but maybe I got to dig into them more. Harmony broke top 100s at 97 today. They're going to announce a big NFT play. Is their platform going? I mean, I don't know if their platform going to the moon, but they have been doing well. And after I looked at the team, I'm like, that's a stellar team. That's a stellar team. Stellar backers. Michael Arrington is involved. And they have a promising fast sharding blockchain. So, and they're Ethereum compatible. So, yeah, they have a lot going for it. If they they make a big NFT play, I think that could be big for them. Transmute. trustless on-chain alchemy over Ethereum. I don't even get what alchemy is. That's it? I'm going to say no. ZDEX. Yeah. Platform for a decentralized world, a hub of crypto decentralized space. Okay. Kind of like Orion. It kind of reminds me of Orion. Yeah, it looks okay. But this is go hold it back. This is go hold it back. You have to be on some good exchanges for it to really make traction. Appreciate your feedback on Wood of the day. Yeah. I heard your view on Super Cycle. Don't you think the bear market is so ingrained that it'll be hard to counter? No. No. You know, just because, you know, history tends to rhyme doesn't mean it has to be exactly the same. And what's going on with Bitcoin right now is not the same as before. In fact, I would argue that the entire, almost the entire run up for Bitcoin is driven by Michael Saylors of the world and institutional investors and public trade companies. And I would argue that altcoins are as hot as it is right now because retail investors are FOMO into altcoins, not so much in Bitcoin now, because I think people just see it as too big. There's not enough potential, which is the wrong viewpoint. But I've shown graphs that show that the number of addresses that hold like less than 100 Bitcoins that are actually buying Bitcoin is going down like a rock. And the ones that hold over 100 Bitcoin is going up through the roof. So the big boys are buying as much as they can right now, while everyone else is looking at alts. So, I mean, the landscape has changed. This 2020, 2021 really different from all the other years of previous cycles. That's why I think the super cycle is real. Now, do I think there will be a correction? Yeah, I think there will be a correction. It's not just going to go up to the moon forever. Maybe after this year, we see, you know, maybe a year or two where it's a breather or a slow downtrend. Maybe we do retrace 20, 30, 40%, 50%. But I don't see us retracing down to like 85%, 86% like previous cycles. Pitchor, I think that's how you say it. Appreciate that. Pluton, I have no idea what that blue is. Yeah, too small. Too small, too pumped up, so I'm not going to look at that. Yeah, you know, see, it bothers me that so many people are talking about Hoj because I know it's kind of like one of those things where people are just getting in because it's pumping up. It could end really, really, really badly. Hoj is nothing but a money grab. There's nothing else to it. When you see a token where basically it just says it's the next gen deflationary token based on, you know, Doge. I mean, they're just creating something to make you feel like that it's go, you know, inflate to the moon or it's go up to the moon. That's not the way to look at it. Does anyone even talk about Hex anymore? Because that's what it was created to do. It's the biggest Ponzi scheme that even Richard Hart admits it was a Ponzi, but no one seems to care. But now no one cares about it. Eventually it's going to die to zero. But don't fall for those traps. Sparkpoint, they look okay. Financial app with some gaming, education mixed in. I think they're okay. Knowles broke $1. Did it finally break $1? Close. Maybe it just peaked, but I've been saying watch out for them. After they break $1, they could go on an absolute tear because they're a fantastic project. 10-minute crypto, you missed it when I covered KuCoin. Clever is actually, I think they're pretty good. So scroll back, you'll hear my thoughts. Swap DEX, not really interesting for me. Pure DEXs that are not AMMs, they tend to not move because AMMs, which are DEXs, but they have that yield farming aspect built in, which a lot of people are drawn to. They love to get those crazy gains. If you have a pure DEX, it's not very appetizing. Like you could swap, that's it. No one cares. So pure DEX plays don't do well. Vectorium. Market is untracked. Blockchain tackling digital goods and assets. Ultra rare cryptocurrency using a unique artificial intelligence. Okay, no, because when people throw in like buzzwords like artificial intelligence or green and certified, you know, unique, they want you to feel like it's special, but no. Sorry. Marco, no. I didn't mean to say no, Marco. I meant to say thank you. I was going to announce it tonight. Oh, actually, a few more chats. Theta is really good. I've been talking about Theta for a while. Check out even my video yesterday's morning, where I talked about top altcoins. Theta was one of them, and I just mentioned him here too. Kylan, no idea. All right, so they're not like an ultra small cap, at least. Doesn't say anything. It's built on Ethereum or on Ethereum, building a cross-chain platform powering the data economy on Polkadot. Okay. They have analytics platform. They have an Oracle marketplace. So they're all about data. Okay, that could be good. But I would figure Polkadot has all this built in already, no? I guess maybe it's this is the main thing, the data marketplace. This is probably the main thing. Yeah. So they're creating a data marketplace for Polkadot, basically. I mean, it could be good. It could be good. Let's look at the team real quick. Project lead. I mean, just call yourself the CEO. You don't have to be so humble about it. He has a master's degree in social theory. I don't even know what that is. Chief evangelist for Beam, a Mimblewimble protocol. Yeah, I remember them. I don't know what chief evangelist means. Just someone that is promoting a project. Director of sales and marketing of Iron Horse. Growth advisor. All right, I gotta say, his credentials did not wow me at all. And he labels himself as a chief effort officer. Not to take anything away from Dylan, but he does not have an impressive resume. So I'll just say it's okay. If he had an outstanding resume, I would say this is a good project, but in my opinion, he doesn't. Crust is better than File, and it's on Polkadot. You know what I've been noticing, to be honest? That all these projects that's built on Polkadot or built for Polkadot do not pump. That's just a general observation. It seems like all these ones is built on Binance Smart Chain does, but all these ones on Polkadot do not. And it could be because they're not listed on Polkadot. That could be they're not listed on Binance. That could be the reason. To decentralized cloud. So it's storage, yeah, like you said. Okay. Storage plays don't interest me at all. I just don't find them to be very sexy. That's it. Hellcat, you have lost. You have no idea how much you have lost by sticking with that stand, but I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I used to be in the same way. Honestly, you can't go wrong with being 100% in Bitcoin. But I honestly think you should be more diversified right now. You should just open your mind up. VeChain is going higher. It's going much higher. Once China opens up the digital economy around digital yuan, they're going to go much higher. But VeChain has been doing well. They've been slowly gaining. Another 7% today, 30% for the week. They're gaining. All right, Hellcat, it's your it's your loss. Yeah, you're so up, but so are altcoins. Altcoins are up way more. Crypto Tab app. Are they even a project or just some website? What's Crypto Tab app? The world's first mining browser? Is this what you're talking about? Built-in mining algorithm. Now you can enjoy it fast. Okay, no. Why would you want that? Why would you want a mining browser? I don't know much about El Grayo, so I appreciate it. Sorry I missed it, but I don't know anything about it. Someone's asking to put 2K into XRP and let it sit. Well, you better wait for a long time because XRP has not moved for like the last 4 years or 5 years. But I would say holding anything else would be pretty good. I have something to show you though. I have something to show you at the end of this video. That could open up your mind about that. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. Overall, I think Bitcoin is doing very fine indeed. I think this could be the last chance to buy below 60,000. I think this weekend could be explosively good upwards. And if this pattern holds true, this up and down, and within this channel, we'll probably see 59,200, 59,002, yeah, around there pretty soon. And if we break through that, 60,000 plus is around the corner. But you know what? Right now, there's a lot of promising altcoins out there, so make sure you pay attention. Not all of them will do well, just like not every NFT play will survive. But the ones that do, they become the powerhouses, just like Ethereum, just like Polkadot and Cardano, Binance Chain, Theta, all these guys, they held token sales before, and look at them. They're the powerhouses of today. All right, guys, that's it. Smash the like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Stay tuned to my